Welcome back, everyone, to Quest Center. Today, got a lot of news for you. Well, I mean, not a lot, actually. It feels like this is like the least amount that we've gotten before. But we have a main topic for today is going to be Ghosts of Tsushima. We finally finished it, and
David, I've been waiting.
It's true, very true, honestly. But yeah, short review, we loved it, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, I am David. With me as always is
it's Sergio, back at it again.
Yeah, how are you today?
I'm fine. You know, you're in California now, but you're in a better weather situation, so you know, it's cold early in the morning here, and then at night it gets cold, but in between, let's say 10 p.m. all the way till maybe 6 or 7 p.m., it's not good. And so like I usually sleep with like these like little hoodies. I don't have a shirt under it, so I was like, oh, it was fine, you know. So then when I texted you, it was like, oh, I'm ready. I had just came back from walking the dogs. It is hot outside.
Oh my god!
And it's like, I mean, I can't complain because honestly, I believe I want to say it's like maybe like 70, but since I'm wearing this and it's all black, it's 64. It's just like the sun just hits you and it's like,
yeah.
But, I mean, yeah, it's not too bad. What about yourself? How's the It's your aunt's house, right? How's that going?
Oh yeah, it's good. I mean, basically just in my room most of the time. I finally got a second job, so I'm out of the house more. Thank God.
That's good.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks, but I mean, hey.
I mean, it kind of works out. Domino's delivery and Amazon delivery, they work well.
What's the second job?
Domino's delivery.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Oh my gosh, I'm always there, and just like I smell either the pizzas or whatever desserts they're cooking up, and I'm just like, don't order anything. You're fine.
Let me find out you're that delivery guy that takes like a pepperoni from
for sure. No, but yeah, it works out for both jobs and everything, and you know, open schedule and all that. So it's been good, and made some pretty good amount tips. Not bad.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's good to just have money.
Yeah, dude, definitely.
For sure. But yeah. In terms of video game stuff, it was just Ghost of Tsushima. I'll tell you what I'm gonna play next towards the end, but I'm excited for it. But yeah. Before we get to the news, I have a review of a show that's video game related.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah. Arcane season 2. I mentioned it before. The first season is fantastic. I never seen anything like it before in terms of animation style. Like they hit the nail on the head of just almost perfection with that show, dude. They had something good going. And then season 2 came. And it sucks.
You didn't like it?
No.
Really? My brother loved it, dude. And my brother's like a big League of Legends fan. So like any type of lore, like he's like into it.
Yeah.
I don't want to say he's like super like into like every character and all that, but like he posted something on Twitter and it was essentially just saying that he wishes he knows someone that would watch Arcane just to like talk about it because he loves it and he loved because it was a 2-parter, right? It was like the first part, and then I think it was like one more episode, like a week after or something like that.
So it's basically split off into 3 parts.
3 parts. Okay.
Yeah. So the first 3 episodes, first week, second, next 3, the other week, and all that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he loved it. So,
I'm sure as a fan, I can probably understand why. Me, I never played the games, so any references I went over my head. I remember hearing someone talk about when the character Victor showed up, and they were like, "Oh, did you know that was him from the beginning?" And I was just like, and I'm kind of like,
You're like,
that's
sure.
yeah, and especially on rewatch, I never noticed like the long pause that they would take whenever when he introduced himself. He's like, "What's your name?" "I'm Victor," and it's like it's a little pause and all that, but that was supposed to be like a moment for the fans to go, "Oh my god, it's him," you know. But that wasn't me. And then again, as someone who didn't play the games, I don't know what kind of like weapons they use, which character is from the games, which character is completely new.
Mm-hmm.
And so, this part of my complaint is that on the moment where you had one character, Vi, who uses these like gauntlets as her weapon, when she got those, I was hyped. And again, I don't play the game, so I wasn't hyped because it's the reference. It's like, oh shoot, y'all built up for her to like get this. They showed her in the beginning. She had these like just metal gauntlets. Almost.
Yeah.
Poorly made, almost. It can probably break after a few hits or something like that, and they got that. And then they literally showed the gauntlets being used, but like the character says like, "Oh, we can use these for the mines and all that." It did not occur to me that like, oh, this character is going to use those gauntlets later on. It just did not pop into my head. And then all of a sudden, she's in a room. They're there. She grabs it and she's like, "Let's work together and like kick some ass." And I'm like, "Oh shoot, y'all, what? Why didn't I piece these together? Like, what the heck? Let's fucking go." And I didn't
get a
get
picture of the gauntlets, and you said her name is V or
Vi. Yeah, Vi.
Vi.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so there wasn't anything like that for the second season. There wasn't like there was built up to stuff to like I'm sure the references and everything, but it just moved quickly to them. And I'm like, no, part of like the greatness of it is that y'all took your time to build up to this and all that, but
Mm-hmm.
you're throwing it out there, and it's because the second season was their last season. So I'm sure a part of it was because they were trying to rush as many references as they could for the fans and all that. And I also got a feeling that we kind of got like a Game of Thrones situation where I won't spoil Game of Thrones, but
okay,
like,
cool. I was like, I heard people complaining about like the last season and all that, but like I said, I think I'm still like on season 5, season 6, I believe. So, not too sure. I asked my brother and my cousin. They're like, "Well, I mean, yeah, it's an ending. A lot of shows don't have great endings."
yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, it's just for that one. Part of the reason why that one, it wasn't like a rushed ending. It's just more so a rushed character development, if that makes any sense. I don't know. And part of the reason why they rushed it is because the writers of the show got they were picked to write like another Star Wars movie, or I don't know, I think it might have been like a movie. They were chosen for that, and so they kind of just rushed to finish Game of Thrones so they can get right into making Star Wars. And then it got bad.
Never happened.
And they got bad reviews, and then their thing just never happened, and so that just happened. So I've been hearing that like the writers of the Arcane show were trying to work on other things and all that. So it's like, were y'all just rushing to make your own stories? Because the first season got a lot of hype, people loved it and everything, so I'm sure offers were coming in or something. But if that's the case, like, what the hell? Because why would you even rush this? Like, for shows, I feel like they're almost longer lasting than movies, at least in terms of like creating a fan base. And so if you're not going to give us like a good ending, if you're just going to rush it and everything, that popularity is not going to last long. To this day, you have shows like Smallville and Supernatural that like people everywhere love it. Last Airbender, I mean, the voice actors for that show, they're still doing Comic-Con panels and everything just for that show specifically. And so I feel like for shows, they're longer lasting, the fan base at least. I don't know. So it's sucks that that is the case.
I mean, like with a movie too, it's like movies are like, I mean, they're great, right?
Mm-hmm.
But with a TV show, you have time to like develop these characters as well. It's like there shouldn't really be a rush unless there is a rush. And it's funny because I'm not sure if you've ever seen Breaking Bad, but when season 5 was airing, like we saw seasons 1 through 4 on Netflix, and then we caught up. So we're waiting for season 5, and then when season 5 got split up into 2 parts, when I was watching it, I felt like it was being rushed the whole time. And everyone else is like, no, dude, like it's perfect. And then it wasn't until like I saw like the second time, right? Like, okay, well, I just finished it. Okay, good ending. It was, I liked it. And I saw it the second time. I was like, oh shit, I was wrong. Like, I don't think it was like being rushed at all. Like, this was like, I feel like if it would have gone for like another season, like or keep going on, it just gets worse and worse. That's all. That's honestly like another part about TV shows too, where you do have that time frame, right? It's like, you can like a good 3 seasons, character development, depending on how many episodes you do have, good writing, it's gonna be perfect. But the longer it gets, probably the worse it's gonna go. It just depending on the show as well and the writing as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They can milk it and milk it and milk it, and people are still gonna watch it. And I feel like that's what happened with me with Supernatural. I love the beginning the first couple of seasons of Supernatural because it was like they were doing. Have you seen the show?
Oh yeah, I've seen all of it.
Oh, okay. Well, in the beginning, they're doing like what's it, folklore, or like just like like just like these like the chupacabra or like just random like little scary stories, and then they have like their main plots, which is awesome. But once they got into like the whole, I feel like, well, because I stopped watching it, but like to me, once they got into like the whole angel and demon thing, it was just like, let's just concentrate on this. And I was like, I don't want to watch that. Like, I want to go back to like, oh, go to this town and like see what's going on there. Like what, like, and like, oh, like legend says, like that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
And that's when I kind of like, lost interest. But I heard it's a good show though. I heard the ending was kind of split. So not too sure.
It was the ending was interesting for me. Yeah, like I said, I saw the whole thing, and you're absolutely right. When like shows, they just like milk the shit out of certain things. For Supernatural, yes, I think it should have ended like a long time ago. But the good thing about that one though is that they got the rhythm. Like every season, after a while, it was just, oh, this bad thing happened to one of the brothers. They got separated in the end. They come back together. They go to they do a hunting.
That's another. I'm so sorry to cut you off right there, but that's another issue for me. It's always like, how could you do this, Sam? I'm not gonna talk to you again.
Yeah, and then they go to.
I'm so glad you're okay. 2 episodes later, how can you do this, Sam? It's like, oh my god, like
no, yeah, that's how it was. Like every season afterwards, after like the 5th one, where it's just like, yeah, how could you do this, Sam? It's like we need to get back into rhythm. Let's go on the hunt. It's like, hey, I'm sorry, blah blah blah, and then they're brothers again and all that. So it just, yeah, it got to a pattern, and like, it's no different from a procedural of a detective like Law and Order and all that. So like it can work and all that, and especially because the actors, I mean, they got the characters like down to a T. Like they know what's up with these characters. They know how to act it out. So it really works, and they're funny. It kept going. But something like the CW. Like DC shows, Flash, Arrow, those needed 4-5 seasons at the least, and then you could have ended it perfectly. But no, they kept going, and at some point you really are wondering like, what are we even doing here? Especially it's with the Flash.
I saw this TikTok, and it was about the Flash, right? And it's like, oh, how every Flash episode or like every season is. What's what's his teammate name, like the smart one? Cisco?
Yeah.
So I sent this video to one of my best friends because he loves the Flash. Like he loves, I don't know why. I can't get into like the CW like DC shows. But essentially it was just like Cisco, like, what do I do? Like this guy is like, he's fast. And like, Flash, have you thought about going faster? Oh my god, you're right. And it's like, hey, is this true? Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. I was like, okay. But like I said, like I never got into the show. Like I don't want to bash on it because I've never seen an episode, but like, I see where like where people do like it a lot because he loves it. So I was like, maybe I should give it a chance. But I think like the last DC show I watched was like Smallville when it was still on TV, and even then it's all like 3 episodes. And I was just like,
I mean, I would highly recommend Superman and Lois. The last episode just aired.
I just saw the last episode. Well, I didn't see the last episode, but I saw the ending, and I was like, I don't want to bawl out, dude. That was so sad. It was like a good ending.
I haven't seen it, by the way.
Well, yeah, it's sad.
Yeah.
I think it's sad.
I saw like a picture of like what's gonna be and all that, but I still haven't seen it yet. Alan and I are gonna watch it tonight for sure. But no, yeah, that one's like the best example of like what we're talking about, where like they had a fourth and final season, but it was kind of abrupt. The writers were hoping for maybe 5 or 6 seasons and everything, so they kind of like had to rush a couple of things, especially because most of their main cast became guest stars. Like they can only put them in a certain amount of episodes, that they really
Oh,
had to
yeah,
like
yeah.
spread them out and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they did a really good job of like putting them in the exact moment where we're kind of like, oh, what happened to this character? Oh, wait, there they are in the next episode and all that. So like they really did a good job on that. The CG was like one of the best ones in the CW shows, especially with Flash towards the end. Oh my god, it got so horrible.
Yeah.
So they really used their budget wisely on that, and I think they got a pretty good ending from it. I would say there was one storyline that was kind of rushed, but when they built it up to that conclusion, it's one of my favorite scenes in the whole show. So, yeah, they did a really good job. And so that's what I mean. Like, it's okay to be like rushed towards an ending, but like if you take your time, this is gonna be one of the best known Superman shows. Really, I don't know. I mean, hard to compare with Smallville because that one's like a big fan base and all that too.
Mm-hmm.
But it came at a good time after Snyder's universe pretty much came to an end.
You mean the best verse?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It just kind
it's
of.
funny though, because when I don't know, I saw your sister post about Superman and Lois, right?
Mhm.
I think this happened like this past weekend or something. And I was like, okay, whatever. And I saw on TikTok, and I was like, oh, like me reacting to like the ending, right? It was just like this one guy, and I was like, didn't that show just start like last season? And I looked it up right now. I was like, oh, 2021, and I was like, you know what? That's not too bad. Like a short story, like
Mhm.
TV wise, like it's not bad because I don't know how the show is because I don't know what's going on, like how can I put like the timeline is
Mhm.
if the last season was rest or if anything, but to me it was like it kind of wrapped things up with the last episode.
Oh yeah,
So
for sure. It would have been nice with certain moments to be spread out with an extra
hmm
2 seasons and all that, but I think they did. Like I said, they did the best they could. So and I'm really happy about that. I've still yet to see the last episode, but I know I'm gonna love it. But yeah, that's one show actually I would recommend for you. For a DC show, it's really really good. Um, and it's 4 seasons. I think not many episodes each season, so you can probably finish it within like a week if you binge it. I mean,
yeah, I'm not gonna do that. I could barely watch like 2 episodes or something without Miss Rachel being there or
okay.
Bluey. So.
Okay, yeah. Oh, then you got a long running show then on your hands. But yeah, Arcane. They rushed towards the ending that they wanted. They really should have taken their time. I really wish they would have just kind of went, all right, this is our last season. Whether it's a cliffhanger or not, we'll just leave it as it is. And I mean, who knows? Like, it could have been picked up. I mean, different writers possibly, but since it's a not animated show, you don't really have to worry about, voice your actors aging out or anything.
That's true. Yeah.
So I wish they would have maybe taken their time. But yeah, pretty disappointing for me. Sorry for anyone who liked it, but that's me.
Sorry, Angel.
Yeah, sorry. But yeah, into the news. Another show we can talk about. You mentioned Secret Level. I didn't know it was coming out so soon.
Yeah, actually, I totally forgot about it until like I saw a trailer this week. I think Monday or something, with Keanu Reeves and the Armored Core episode, and I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "What the hell is this?" I thought he was making a movie, and I was like, "Oh shit, it's that fucking it's the TV show that Amazon's making." But yeah, actually, it got me more hyped up because I knew there was gonna be a Mega Man level, and I saw the trailer again because I think they just released one like a few days ago. And I know there's way more than what I listed on the list, but it was like the ones I was like really like into was like the D&D one, Sifu, Unreal Tournament, Warhammer. There's one just listed as PlayStation, so I wonder if they're gonna go to like different like PlayStation games. I mean, I don't even know what the damn show's about.
Yeah.
So I hope it's like just like every episode is like a different story, not continuing one person or something. And if it is one person, I hope it's just like essentially what I want it to be. If it is like there's this main character and he plays video games, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he's putting himself in like the shoes of like whatever game he's playing, right? So he's gonna be in the Mega Man level or like in the Armored Core, but I mean that's Keanu Reeves, so it's like, are we following Keanu Reeves?
Mm-hmm.
So, it comes out next week, so on the 10th of December. So hopefully it's good. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it looks like it could be fun. I'm very curious what the story's about too. I only saw like clips of the trailer and all that, and I saw the one with God of War coming out. So I really have no idea what's to expect with this. I think it could be cool. Guy goes into like the video game worlds, or maybe the video game world comes to him, and he takes like a lesson from each character that he meets or something. I don't know. I'd be curious, but I mean,
because he beats up his abusive stepdad.
Okay.
No, I don't know how weird.
But yeah, and then you mentioned Fallout. Are they beginning to film? I forgot what your notes said.
They just started filming the second season.
Oh, okay.
So I just put it on there just to throw it in there for like the news or whatever. But I'm excited for it. We did like the review for it. I actually really liked it, so I'm kind of excited for it, and it's gonna be about New Vegas because that's where the dad went.
Yeah. So. That was like the big cliffhanger for people. It's like, oh shit, New Vegas. Yeah, people were hyped about that. I enjoyed the show. I'm excited for the main actress in this because she's really, really good. She's in Arcane. She voices the character Jinx, and so yeah, she does. I don't know. I guess she's just maybe into video games so much. I don't know. But yeah, I'm excited for her because I'm curious what her character's gonna go through, especially that. What was it? A ghoul? That she like teams up with at the end. You mentioned it. We're very curious about them. See what they're gonna do with that one guy, my least favorite character. But yeah, that's cool. I hope there's like maybe some set leaks going around. I doubt it, but that'd be pretty. Cool.
If I like something, I try to avoid it. If it's something that like I don't really care about, I'll watch the leaks. Like I kept up with the leaks with the last Star Wars movie, and I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. Once I was watching the movie, but yeah, like the last Star Wars movie, I was like, you know what? I didn't really enjoy The Last Jedi. And I just saw the leaks, and I was like, this is fucking stupid. I was like, this is stupid. And then when I was watching it, I was like, the leaks were real. And then it wasn't. And so, spoilers for the last Star Wars movie. But like, when she accidentally blows up like the ship where Chewie's on with the lightning. And I was just shaking my head. And Susan, like my wife, right? She's like, what? She's like, what the fuck? And I just go over, do you want to know? And she's like, sure. And I was just like, Palpatine's daughter, dude, or granddaughter. And she's like, what? And I was like, it's stupid. But she likes Star Wars. She doesn't care.
Yeah. I don't mind seeing like the set leaks, like, seeing people's costumes and everything, just because like, it's interesting to kind of like see how it looks on the outside versus how the finished product will look. Actually, like recently, I remember the set leaks for Snow White, that live action one, and I was just like, this dress looks ugly and all that. But then I'm seeing like the trailer for it, I'm like, oh, okay, they switched it up post, making the blue a little bit darker and everything to kind of almost fit with what the animated one was. So it's like it's a little bit growing on me, the dress. I still don't like her hair, but it's always interesting to see that. But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. Next bit of news: Pokemon TV returning to YouTube. Yeah, I don't think I ever saw Pokemon at all on YouTube. I know I just used like a different website, but it's pretty cool to like maybe try and rewatch them. So, and
I think that just happened today where they announced it, and I was like, I'm just gonna throw it in there. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not exactly too sure what Pokemon TV was.
Yeah,
I'm assuming it was just like a 24-hour like app, and you can just watch random episodes or like whatever's on live or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be.
Yeah, so, but like to me, it was just like, I mean, if I want to watch like Pokemon, I can just look up like the seasons and like exact episode or something. So it wasn't really like um too big for me. But I was like, well, I mean,
Yeah, it's interesting.
might as well just
Cool.
throw it out there.
Yeah, cool for
Yeah.
fans. For sure. I forgot to put this on my list, but we'll do it next. Have you seen like the promotions for Sonic 3?
Not the promotions. I saw parts of the trailer of the new one,
Mm-hmm.
and I just the only reason I saw was it was like clips of it was because people were so excited that Shadow has guns,
Oh
that he
yeah.
gets his guns and all that, and that's it, right? But I mean, I'm trying to avoid it because I've never seen any of the Sonic movies,
Mm.
so eventually I will watch them. But I was like thinking too, I was like, dude, like, didn't Sonic One just come out not too long ago? And I was like, to me, it's
Yeah.
like these movies, like I do forget them, and it's like when a new one gets announced, it's like, oh shit, that was quick. So like to me, I was like, hey, like I heard the first one was like they were pretty good. So um Shadow's like my favorite like character. So Metal Sonic, but Shadow is like amazing. So and it's
Mm-hmm.
Keanu Reeves as well. So that's like awesome.
Yeah, but part of their promotion, they actually sent people like a Sonic 3 movie video game, like Sega Genesis cartridge,
No
and
way.
it's actually like a functioning game and everything. Let's see. And there's this one guy I follow on Instagram. He does like some reactions to like TV shows and everything, and this is pretty funny and all that. And he got sent one. I don't know if you can see it, but like this is part of like the screen of it and everything. It was hard to say. It's kind of bright, but you can basically choose characters, and you'll hear lines of dialogue from those characters within the movie, just like stuff that you haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
And let me see. Yep, and it's a functioning game. He's playing as Sonic being chased by Shadow and all that. Um, Still able to jump around. I don't think it's like a. Hmm. Oh wait, hold on. That was cool. Oh, at the time they they released the announcement for a new trailer for it, which is on November 25th and all that. Uh, but yeah, it's really cool. They were able to do that. And the guy that I'm following specifically, apparently there's like a little Easter egg for on his. I don't know if it's like for every person that got this or something, but there's like an Easter egg for his because apparently he like really went off when the first design of Sonic came out for the movies and everything, and they actually like wrote him a letter saying like, "Hey, thank you for your opinions on that." So yeah, that's really cool that they did that. Um, so yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Um, Next one. Uh, uh, the GTA 6 trailer. It's been 1 year since the trailer for that came out. And I know I saw something saying like people are still trying to look for clues and everything within that trailer, to trying to figure out stuff or something like that. Which I don't know. I don't know how you can with that, but all right.
There's a So yeah, so it's been 1 year since they released the last trailer for it, and the only reason they released it was because of the leaks that happened. So the trailer got leaked, I think, the day before, and the next day they're like, "Well, yep, you guys all seen it. Well, here's the trailer, and like in HD, you know."
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they were saying that 2 days before they released the trailer, they announced like a sale on their website,
Mm-hmm.
like for merchandise, and that just happened yesterday, I think. So they're like, "Oh shit!" Like 2 days from now the trailer's gonna drop, and then they release and also like so GTA 5 was supposed to have like a bunch of like single player expansion packs, but it never did because from my assumption it was like Take Two Interactive, which is like the parent company of Rockstar.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, oh well, GTA 5 Online is making a bunch of money, so instead of doing single player DLC, just make not expansion packs, but like different like updates for GTA Online because people are paying money for it.
Mm-hmm.
So they released like a new trailer for like a new whatever, and people were like, they saw this like bird, like a statue of a bird that you can find as a something in Vice City and GTA Vice City. So people are like kind of linking them together, like, oh, they're gonna say something soon and all that stuff. But like to me, it's like, I mean, like, well, GTA, like they're all kind of related, depending on like the games, right? Because we all thought um when GTA 5 came out, we all thought it was gonna be like, well, it's GTA San Andreas because it's that's Los Santos is like the city, and they were gonna say like, oh, GTA San Andreas is gonna be a part of it, so like the main character CJ is gonna come out, but they clarified things. So, well, like the games before GTA 4 are all one universe, because they kind of did cross reference each other every once in a while, like with the characters, and then like GTA 4 and onward is gonna be like the new universe, but there's only been GTA 4 and there's only been GTA 5, so everyone's like, what the fuck? But either way, like there's always like those small little references to like the previous games. So then that could be just a reference to just Vice City in general, or people are just like, since like GTA 6 is gonna be in Vice City, people are already thinking like, nope, they're gonna say something. They're gonna say something now. Me in my head, like they said it's gonna come out in 2025. I don't think so. I think it's still gonna come out in 2026. I want to see sometime in spring, if anything, fall of 2026, because Rockstar, they take their time with the games. GTA 5 got delayed about three or four times, I believe, and I mean, people are getting fucking mad about it. But I was like, dude, come on, dude, like, let them. They're not gonna release a game and it's like, oh, it needs a patch. You need to do this. You need to do that. Like, it's stupid. That's not them. They've never done that before, and just let them take their time with GTA 6, and we'll fucking get it when we get it, and that's it. So I'm fucking excited for it, because GTA is like one of like I feel like it's one of the best open world games in the whole fucking video game thing, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I do trust them in it, so
yeah, that's cool. Okay, and then you put Pokemon trading card game Pocket. I literally have not heard of this.
David, now, dude, you're missing out. So Pokemon trading card game Pocket came out sometime in November. Dude, it's fucking addicting.
Really?
It's essentially just like you're opening packs. You can make decks. You can like battle people. It's not like the full on thing. It's like a smaller version of it. Because in the game, in the app, you can only make 20 card decks with only 2 of the same card, and I think in the actual like TCG format, it's 60 cards with 4 of each card. But dude, you just open packs, you make friends, and you just battle. It's fun. It's pretty addicting, honestly. Once you get to the hang of it, it's pretty addicting. I've been fucking playing it like nonstop the whole time, and I haven't collected all of the cards yet, but I think I have like 700 and something. But I still need like quite a few more just to collect all of them for right now. But they're supposed to be releasing new packs early in January, but I'm not too sure. But you should check it out. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing the app here. Yeah, it looks cool. I don't know why I haven't heard of this. I know I've been seeing videos of people opening the packs, but I'm just kind of like, I thought that was like an animation thing or something, like, or like just like a fan made thing.
Yeah, no.
Dude, that's insane. Wow. About time, honestly, for this kind of thing.
If you want, here. All right. Do you want to open up? Does it show it?
Ooh, no,
it's too bright, huh?
Yeah.
Damn it.
Dang. Oh well.
I was like, I'll let you. Okay, here. I'll let you pick. You can open up between a Pikachu pack, a Mewtwo, or a Charizard. Which one do you want to pick?
Charizard.
Charizard. Okay. Okay, so let me load this up. Okay, now let me know just when to stop.
Stop.
Okay. Got a Doduo, a Sabrina, a Sizzlipede, a Mencino, and a Centiskorch. I had all of them already, so nothing too great. But either way, I mean, just opening packs is fun. It's awesome. I have 770 cards.
Yeah, that's really cool. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I gotta check that one out. I still gotta check out the Lorcana one. So.
Oh, dude, I know.
Okay. Next thing. Nintendo World, they're expanding to a Donkey Kong section. And did you see the video? There's a video.
I saw it when it was there a new one?
No. Just the one that when they first announced.
Oh
the,
yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah. That one was great. I barely saw it yesterday, so that's why. So, but yeah, it looks really cool. I love that you can hear the music right away and all that. There's something about the Donkey Kong theme that just like puts me at ease in a sense. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like there's just something calming about it. I love it.
I saw it and I saw dirt and I was like, oh, I live in Southern California.
Yeah.
Dirt.
But yeah, it was great seeing Miyamoto just like walking around everywhere. Oh my gosh, I love that little game that they played in the park where you play the drums to the beat of like the light turning on and everything. And then if you do it right, what was it, like the rhino thing comes out? That was really cool. I want that. I want to try that. And then you see Donkey Kong, the costume and everything. It looks fantastic. Oh wow, like you get like a lot of range from it, like acting wise for it. Yeah, and every time on Disneyland I love taking pictures of the costume characters, never of like, you know, the princesses or the princes and all that. Always just like the costume ones, so this is perfect for me. But yeah, all right, what's next? Sorry. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Next one. Oh, PlayStation 30th anniversary. I did see that video. It was cool. I liked what they were doing with it. And it's all about venture, persistence. I know that was a big one, and everything. So it was really nice. But I do really like the update that they did with the PlayStation.
Did you get it?
I haven't gotten it yet. I haven't looked at it, but that's actually really cool that they did that. That you can, like, once you turn it on, it'll like basically turn on as the original or like the past PlayStations and all that. That's really cool. That's a neat detail. It was just that video though, right? There was nothing else really.
Yeah. So just like the intro, it goes back into like the original PlayStation 1. But it has like some themes, so you can choose to like the way the background looks to be kind of like a setting or like a theme for like the PlayStation 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that's pretty cool. So I picked the 3 because I was like my first PlayStation ever. And it's like when it moves up, it's like the same sounds that you would hear from the PlayStation 3 like user interface. So it's like click click click, and so like I haven't tried out the other ones, but I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome, man. Like that's what PlayStation needs. Like they need the themes back because PS4 you can have themes, PS3 as well. So that's what this one's missing. Like I'm not saying that there's like a problem with like the user interface right now, like the background, but I mean it's just like a nice touch.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, that's awesome. I like what they did. I still really want that controller that they made. Remember for the 30th? I think that it was for the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, like the gray one. Yeah, my brother got one.
Oh, lucky bastard!
Yeah, I went to my parents' house and he just had it there. I was like, "What the fuck? You got one?" He's like, "Well, yeah," and I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay. And next thing, we have a video game news this time. Yeah, a game came out or is gonna come out. I feel like we talked about it in last episode, but I don't remember. But it's the Death Note video game that they made, and at first I was like, "How the heck could you make a video game out of this? Like, it makes no sense." Then I saw the concept. I'm like, "Oh, this is actually really, really cool." So, yeah, you put on the notes. It's basically like Among Us.
Yeah. Because I was watching the trailer and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like Among Us because you have to like." I mean, you have two teams, right? Which is like Team L and Team Light, I believe his name is. And I was like, okay, because you have to like objectives and do all this stuff, and it makes sense. And I was like, huh. I wasn't too sure if I'll play it, but I mean, if you like those type of games, that's pretty cool.
No, yeah, I don't think I'll probably play it either, but like I really do recommend like the concept of it. It's really, really interesting. Yeah, like you mentioned, two teams, L and Light, and you have to figure out either if you're L, you have to figure out who is light. If you're light, you have to figure out who is L. But you can't give yourself away, or else L will put your name on the death note and everything. That's really, really cool.
No, light would. It's backwards. L is the detective.
Oh, that's right. I messed up. Yep, my bad. But yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
it's a good concept. Last bit of news, and we got two big things to talk about. The last thing is Nintendo Music. Nintendo finally made an app so you can listen to their scores or soundtracks of certain video games. There's not a lot in it yet, but I'm very happy about this. I love the fact that there's certain ones where you can put on a loop for like an hour or something, and you can just listen to that over and over again. I don't know why they didn't do that for the, what was it, like, I guess, credit scene for Ocarina of Time. You can't put on a loop.
What the fuck?
I know, right? You think they would. But yeah, as soon as this was announced, I downloaded the app and just try to listen to whatever I can. Mainly just Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's funny because like once I saw the trailer, like I saw it like on Twitter, I think, and I was like, "Oh shit, download!" And I was like, "I don't have Nintendo Online," and so I was like, I texted my wife. I was like, "What's your app information?" And I never used it.
Oh wow!
I remember once we were playing Magic the Gathering, and what's it like? Usually when we play Magic the Gathering, like my phone's kind of like broken, so it doesn't charge like with the charging cable. So I have to charge it wirelessly. And that takes forever. So it's always either at 30%, 15%. It's always gonna be dying, right? And so when I want to go play with my brother and my cousin, my phone was like at 70%, and I was like, oh well, yeah, they keep they keep track of like the life totals like on their phone. And then I was like, oh, I just put the music on my phone, and I was like, oh shit, you know what sounds cool? Like I forgot about the music app, and I texted Susan. I was like, send me your login for Nintendo. I need to log in. And then like an hour later, she sends it to me, and I was like, well, we're already done, so I never got to like use it. But yeah, I was so excited when it came out because I was like, yes, dude, like finally, because I hate using YouTube to like listen to these songs that I want to hear like on the way home. But then I started getting more mad the more I thought about it, because I was like, why make a stupid ad? Apple Music, Spotify, they're all there. All you have to do is just put the music in there. Like,
yeah.
Come on, like don't just make it like a benefit for, if someone is subscribed for like the online service. Like I would love to just use my Spotify account, because it's just like one app for like a bunch of music. I don't want to use a separate app for just Nintendo Music. I would like to like just make a playlist and like have that mixed in there. That'd be pretty cool.
No, yeah.
And so, but either way, I'm so excited about it. I'm actually gonna tell Susan to give me that login information again, because I think I lost it. So, but yeah, I wasn't too sure what's in it. A smart move on Nintendo. I don't think it was the right move to make their own app, but hey, it's something. So.
No, yeah, and from a business sense, cool idea to get more subscribers into your online thing and all that. But yeah, you're totally right. I didn't think of it. It's like, why make a separate app? Why couldn't you just put it on Spotify or Apple and all that?
No, yeah, and it's like I get it. It's like it's a perk for people that pay for the online service, which is wonderful. Like great for them. Time it's like, come on, guys, you guys have been making music for so long, and I remember when the Switch, I think it was like the Smash Bros. Switch or like the DS version came out. You can I think it was the Switch one, where you can listen to like the music from Smash Bros. When you have it closed.
Oh yeah.
Where you have the system like not like in sleep mode or something.
Yeah, I used it for the 3DS, where basically you can listen to like a whole bunch of soundtracks.
Yeah.
From the game, and literally I'll be in art class, just I have it on, put my earphones on. The teacher never minded, and I'm just listening to music there. So that would have been way different if I had this app back then, dude.
Yeah. And it's like that. That was pretty cool, but at the same time, it's like, come on, guys, like.
Yeah.
So. Like the platform's there, just get the licenses and just put them in there, or. But.
Yeah, who knows? They're very closed off when it comes to
They're very
their
protective with their
protective,
yeah.
of their IP and
Mm-hmm.
everything. So, yeah, either way, I'm glad we have it. I can't wait to have more of this. I really want Skyward Sword on the app. They don't have it in yet. But yeah, they had like a Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time for sure. Some classic ones. Yoshi's Island, they had that. I immediately listened to the main theme for Yoshi's Island. That's so great.
It's a classic.
And then I mean, there's the rest though. I've never played them myself, so I wouldn't know. But there are some people who are fans out there, and they were excited to hear some things. But yeah, mainly Mario Galaxy. They for sure put that one. I think they only put the first one. They haven't put the second one, which they should, because I always listen to the credits of Mario Galaxy 2. It's really, really good. But yeah, I hope when they put Skyward Sword though, we get that opening title, because it's a specific piece of music that I think it really only plays when you like hit play on the game and all that, and I just want to hear that on loop because it's fucking beautiful. But yeah, great thing. I can't wait. Okay, one of the big things, Game Awards. Did not know it was coming out this month, or yeah, this month. We're in December. But yeah, I have not looked at the nominees for any of this stuff. But let's see. I'm just gonna look at the people listening. I'm just gonna look at the ones that I'm interested in. Sorry, but
no worries. I'll give you the Game of the Year one. So Game of the Year would be either Metaphor ReFantasia, which is the people that made Persona. I think this was it might have been a Xbox exclusive, or it came out on the PS5 yet. I'm not too sure, but I heard it's pretty good. Astrobot, which just came out on the PS5.
Yeah.
Black Myth Wukong. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Belantro, which is a poker game, but with a twist on it, and supposedly it's pretty fun. And the one that a lot of people are super mad about is Elden Ring Shadow of the Eld Tree. And they're mad about it because that's a DLC.
Yeah.
So it's not that I'm mad about it. I honestly don't care, but I see their perspective. But at the same time, if you would play that DLC, you see the work that was put into it. It kind of feels like a standalone, not a standalone game, but like a standalone extension to that. Well, I guess it's a DLC too, but it's like saying the way that I compared it kind of was Uncharted 4, and then the Uncharted 4. It wasn't DLC, but it was like that standalone one with with the two women. What are they called? Uncharted DLC. Lost Legacy, the Lost Legacy, which is a standalone game, right? It wasn't necessarily DLC for the game. It was like, oh, here's a separate thing, and it was with Chloe and Marlo. I forgot what her name was, but no, sorry, Nadine and the other girl. I forgot her name. I think it was Chloe and Nadine, but I forgot. Yeah, Chloe and Nadine. It wasn't necessarily the DLC. To me, it kind of was, just because it is an extension of a separate story, but at the same time, it's its own standalone theme, right? And if you see what they put in that DLC for Elden Ring, it's like, yeah, it's a little bit too short, but the depth that it has, all the stuff you can do in it, it's like, okay, I understand why you guys are complaining, but I don't understand it, because you get hours of content on that. So
I think it just depends on the length and what exactly you get. Because let's say if what was it, God of War Ragnarok Valhalla was in this, I would actually be okay with that, because it's not just hours of content. You get this full story that just completely expands Kratos' character, and it's something that I would want to go back if if I played God of War the 2018 Ragnarok, I want to go back to Valhalla and see what I can like achieve more with that one. Maybe get something else different, um points of dialogue and everything. But I would not be disappointed if like Valhalla was in this, because like you mentioned, like it's a full story, hours of content. It really is almost like a game in of itself. So um it just depends on how, if it hits those categories for Elden Ring. So I wouldn't know myself, but I can only go off of your word. If you think it's a full game, then I think it's okay for it to be here.
No, yeah, yeah. I just, a lot of people were mad about it. It's, like, it's a DLC. It's not a full game, and I'm
Mhm.
just like, well,
And I mean, with that being said, like let's say again Valhalla was in here and the other games were here, I would still want to choose the other games over Valhalla to win, because I mean it's like what every uh person says. It's like, oh, it's an honor to be nominated. It's like, yeah, that's kind of what it, like the point of it is too. It's like we're acknowledging that you made something like incredible. It's not worthy of winning, but here's like this piece of acknowledgement. And so uh yeah, I would not want it to win, but I think it's okay for it to be in this category.
there's a best adaptation.
Yeah.
I just saw that right now. So Fallout, Like a Dragon, Yakuza, which I need to see, Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, Arcane, and Knuckles.
It would have to be between Knuckles and Fallout.
Arcane.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
No, but I did not like the second season. Sorry.
Just you.
Yeah, but I mean, I haven't seen Knuckles, but you could tell it's probably like just a good time to watch for sure. But yeah, it's got to be between those two. um, let's see.
Oh, look at that, dude! Look at that mobile game, Pokemon trading card game Pocket.
Hey, I believe it.
That gets my vote.
Yeah. Best action game: Black Myth Wukong, Call of Duty Black Ops 6, Helldivers 2, Stellar Blade, and Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. Honestly, I don't know about this one. This is, from what I've seen, I haven't played none of these games, but like from what I've seen, this is like a really close call as to which one could win. I want to say maybe Warhammer, because I feel like that one was more loved than anything else. I mean, Helldivers was like incredibly popular, but I want to say maybe with people when they want action, they want something like kind of gory, and Warhammer kind of gives you that. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Ooh, best RPG
role playing game: Metaphor, Final Fantasy, Like a Dragon, which is Yakuza, Dragon's Dogma 2, and Elden Ring again.
Mm-hmm. Dragon's Dogma 2 would be cool. I again did not play it, but I love the videos that came out from it. People were being like, "What the heck? This
happened." It's good. Yeah,
it's awesome.
Art direction, Elden Ring again. Esport, I don't know what that is. Games for Impact. What the hell?
Yeah, what is that?
Not sure. Audio design, Call of Duty, Astro Ball, Final Fantasy, Sauna's. Hopefully Sauna's Saga gets it, because the first one was really good for audio design, especially if you're playing with a headset. So hopefully it's the same thing. I haven't played the second one, so hopefully I get to play it soon. Here we go. Family game: Astro Ball, Legend of Zelda, The Plucky Squire, Princess Peach Showtime, and Super Mario Jamboree, I believe.
What was it? Super Mario Jamboree. Yeah, that one looks cool. Actually, I should say this now. I got the Plucky Squire. I'm gonna play that one next.
Oh, did you get it?
Yeah.
How was it?
I haven't played it yet, but like that's good. That's gonna be my next one for sure, dude. I'm excited.
Oh, is that the next thing we're gonna play? Yeah.
Yeah.
You had mentioned like, yeah, like I'll let you know what it is, and you never said anything. I totally forgot you mentioned it.
Yeah, but it's, but you named it here, and I'm like, oh, might as well say it now. So we'll see about Plucky Squire, but as far as I know, it would have to be between Super Mario and Princess Peach, maybe. And I honestly, people will probably want to vote for Astro Ball and Legend of Zelda, which I haven't gotten, but I mean, I'm good with Plucky Squire for now.
Action adventure, Star Wars Outlaw. What the hell?
Oh, really? Mm.
Yeah, Silent Hill 2, Legend of Zelda, Astrobot, Prince of Persia, The Lost Crown. You bought that one, didn't you?
Which one?
The Prince of Persia one?
No, I
No,
was
I thought
definitely
you did.
interested in it, but
Hmm.
what's best ongoing? What does that mean?
Best ongoing. That's community one, right? Oh wait,
It
no.
says awarded for a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. Which, yeah, that makes sense. For it has the Helldivers 2 on it, Fortnite, of course, Final Fantasy 14,
14. Yeah, 14.
and Diablo 4, and Destiny 2. Which I got a feeling I haven't played most of these, but Helldivers 2 seems like the obvious win.
Hopefully, because that one is like going uphill, downhill, and then back uphill. So.
Yeah.
Score soundtrack would be Metaphor, which is like that Persona 1, Astrobot, Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth, Stellar Blade, Silent Hill 2. I hope Final Fantasy wins it. I have not heard any of the other ones, so.
Wait, you said best score? Huh?
I'm shocked that Zelda's not in there.
Yeah, weird. I mean, it's
It's rigged. It's rigged.
It's rigged. No, I was gonna say it's not like mainline Zelda game, so maybe they were just kind of like, whatever about it. At least that's my guess as to why it wasn't voted for here. Let's see how it goes for Game of the Year. I want to say it would have to be between Black Myth Wukong or Astrobot. I would not mind Astrobot. I'll get it someday.
I know I'm gonna get it too, but everyone was all saying already, like, Elden Ring, it's rigged. That's like another controversy thing about it.
Mm-hmm,
it's like, sure. Like, what were they include DLC? Like, it's all like fixed on like whoever. What's his name? Jeffrey, Keighley? Neil?
I don't know.
The creator of it. Can never pronounce his name whenever I see it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say it's Keighley, but it could be pronounced Kaylee. But I think it's Keighley. Mm-hmm. Jeffrey Keighley.
Mm-hmm. Now, Ghosts of Tsushima. Want to give your thoughts first?
Yeah, great game. Took me a while to get it at the beginning. Beautiful. The sound is amazing because I would always play with the headset on, and so like I'd be walking and you would just hear sometimes like the sound of the fox or like the sound of like the bird, and I'm like, oh shit, let's go.
Yeah, where are you?
Yeah, and the combat was, I played in the hardest difficulty. It was challenging, but I feel it was very rewarding just because. And I tried switching it back to like medium, like the gameplay, instead of like the hardest one because I was like, oh, like this is too hard. But then when I went back, I was like, well, it's taking me like 4 or 5 hits to kill them instead of 1 or 2. So I went back to the hardest one because I was like, I want to make it more realistic than it is, because it's like if you get slashed, it's like, I mean, come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, yeah. So yeah, no, dude, I loved it. I thought it was really good. The story was awesome as hell. I'll get to the ending later on when we get to it because I fucked up on it too. But yeah, no, I loved it. Jin, what was his last name again? Oh,
yeah, I don't remember.
Let me see. Jin Sakai. Jin Sakai. I loved him, dude. He was awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing him evolve from like living the summer away to doing what he needs to do to keep the Mongols out was fucking insane, dude.
Yeah.
And the more I progressed through the game, the more I hated his uncle.
Really?
Yeah, I hated his uncle so much, dude. Like, you've lost your way. Shut up, dude. What the hell are you doing? Like, I'm doing everything.
Yeah. I mean, for sure, I'm like in defense of Jin, of like what he had to do and everything. But for me, I like that they added enough to make me feel like, okay, not everything that he's doing is right and everything and all
Yeah.
that, and it's very
No, yeah.
understandable from the
Hmm.
samurai side, like why they feel why they feel the way they feel towards the end, which we'll get to it when we get to spoilers and all that. But for my thoughts, yeah, the story is absolutely amazing. You mentioned it, his transition from being an honorable man to he's still honorable in a sense, but like doing whatever it takes. Well, he just believes it's like the right thing to do,
No,
and
yeah. I
sticking to
mean,
his guns on that is
yeah.
really
I
really
mean,
cool.
well, I mean, we'll get into the spoilers
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah,
But yeah, like, no, I'll just
um,
stay quiet right now.
yeah. And then gameplay wise, I loved the combat. I love the fact that you really had to be patient with yourself, going like, okay, I gotta deal with this person right here. I gotta switch it up. I gotta make sure I, get the right moves on time and everything. And even towards the end of the game, like I can never get it perfectly right. Some moments and all that, but it's totally fine because there's still ways that you can get out of it and all that. I do think towards the end, maybe the stealth part of it was just like really really easy. Like at some point I'm just kind of like, might as well just fight everyone. I'm really good at this now. Because like by the end, like
For you, not for me, dude.
I mean, for stealth, I mean that's it's really hard for me to do stealth. I can never do it right with the Spider-Man games. Never got it right for Batman and all that. uh, but with this one, it was pretty easy once you kind of got it down and everything. Once I mean, I unlocked everything. um
Yeah.
but so once you got those, like it was really really easy. So I wouldn't say it's a complaint much, but it was kind of like a little bit dragging for me at least. But I still loved it. uh, but yeah, this is fantastic game. Visually, probably one of the most beautiful games, I think. Holy shit! Especially when they switched it to color. At some point, I just went, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna go to color. I didn't stick to the whole thing.
No, yeah, definitely. And because you have two options, right? You can do the color, or you can do like the old Japanese filmmaking way, and which is cool. But at the same time, it's like it's black and white. Like I want to see color. I remember you had texted me. I had to switch it to color to finish this mission because you had to follow like the purple flowers. I think it was
it was blue flowers, and
blue
it's like,
flowers. Yeah.
yeah. And I'm just looking around, like I'm pretty sure these are the blue ones, but I'm not sure what direction to go on. And then
Yeah.
and then I switched to color, and it's like they're literally everywhere around me. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm still having trouble like maneuvering, like okay, where to go,
Hmm.
but I just gotta go, where there's more of it and all that. And then I think in that one, you look at in the distance, and you see like patches of blue flowers and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I definitely wouldn't have figured it
Yeah.
out if I stick with black and white. So uh yeah, I just kept it on after that. And I mean, I loved it because, like I said, visually probably one of like the most beautiful games I've seen ever.
No,
And
definitely. Yeah, and it's like when you at the a horse and you're writing down like what like those I don't want to call them flowers, but like some I guess like some tall grass, but they're
mhm. I
kind of
know.
flowing in the wind.
Yeah, yeah.
So they're I mean, you were playing that in black and white, but it's white. They're white like flowers or like tall grass.
Hmm.
And it's like the music's playing the music as well, dude. Amazing. And like you're just riding, the wind's going through like everything's moving, and I was like, what the fuck? This game's fucking beautiful.
Hmm.
And it didn't okay. So I was like, dude, this game's fucking like it looks good for like a PS4 game. That's awesome, like I fucking love it. And then I remember I was like, okay, well, let me do a side mission. And I went up like a hill, and I was like, what the hell is that? And I went down the hill, and like, dude, there's like trees of like just red,
Hmm.
like the leaves are red. And I was like, what the fuck? Or like it was like red or like yellow, like the floor was yellow. I was like, dude, like the color scheme is so fucking good.
Yeah.
And I won't, I was in the second act. That's when I was like, this might be like on my top 10 for sure because of like these certain missions and like the scenery in the background. And oh my god, dude, like that whole island was so fucking well designed.
Yeah,
And
they made sure
oh
like
my,
every inch of it was just like beautiful, that you can just look at it for
yes,
hours and all that. It's
it,
insane.
yeah, it was so good. And I loved, honestly, I loved every. It took me a while to get it in the beginning because I tried it before and I was like, oh, I'll get back to it later because I wanted to do like the Japanese audio, right? But I was like, whoa, I'm playing the hardest difficulty, so I have to like, I don't want to keep looking down and looking
Hmm.
up for the things. So I was like, I can't do it right now. So maybe on my second playthrough I'll do it. But oh, dude, it was. I loved everything about it. Like, I love the gameplay. I love like the side missions, the characters. Some of them I hated more than the other, but yeah, dude, I it's one of my top 10 for sure.
No,
I need
yeah,
to come up with the top 10, but
yeah, come up with
it's
the
up
top
there on my
10,
list.
but
Yeah.
no, yeah, for sure, this would be up there. Like I said, every inch of that place just looks absolutely beautiful and almost unique in every way. Um, and yeah, the music, I always had the earphones on. I mean, I had to put on because family here and all that. But
Hmm.
every time I get a chance to just like pump up the volume and just be on my earphones, it's the best. Um, so that was absolutely great. In terms of side missions and everything, I guess we can maybe get to some spoilers from here on out. The side missions are really cool, especially parts of like the main story. The characters that you team up with, their stories were really good. I weirdly, my favorite one was like the shortest one where you see, I guess, his nanny or something. The woman that like pretty much
Oh
raised him
yeah.
after his parents
Hmm.
died. That one was very interesting, because clearly she's older, her mind's just not all the way there and all that, but she starts revealing some stuff about her and her and his
The
dad. That's
dad.
like,
Yeah.
oh shoot,
Yeah.
hold
I
up.
was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, it's just like, but the when the so I listened to it in Japanese audio, so like it was really cool, hearing I just kind of like the way they kind of like break their voice and everything when certain emotional moments and all that. Like it was really cool. I loved it, and it is for sure distracting though, because like most of the time you're like riding on a horse and like you see the dialogue on the bottom. I'm like, wait, hold on, am I going the right way? Fuck, okay. And so, and especially when certain texts pop up, how you get to choose what to say next and everything,
Hmm.
and then you gotta read it.
Oh
I'm like,
yeah.
oh god, what am I doing? Um, but yeah, the acting was absolutely great. For that moment, that reveal was just like, that was the greatest day of my life, and I'm like, oh shoot, drama, and the way she kept confusing Jen for the dad and all
For the
that. That
dad.
was
Yeah.
so that was cute, but also sad. um, but yeah. Uh, So I really like that side mission. But in terms of like the ones that you actually team up with, I like the what was it? I want to say Lady Masako, the one that her whole family died.
With their sons, right, at the beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked her too.
Yeah, that one was really cool. Revealing some stuff about her past. And then who fucking betrayed her in the end? Holy shit! That.
Oh, it was. I mean, we're in the spoilers, right?
Yeah, we're the
Yeah, it
spoilers.
was her sister, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, all
dude.
fucked up. I was like, "Fuck you."
Dude, that was I could not believe it. And her reasoning too, it's just like, oh, you got everything you wanted. And it's like you could have said something. Like
Hmm.
you're like the husband was abusive to her. It's like, oh, you treated me to this. It's like, did you tell her? Did you let her know that you were going through all this? I think actually I think Masako might have said that she heard rumors about it. I don't know. I could be wrong. I have to really listen to that.
I think she had found out, but like
Oh yeah, I think it might have been.
before anything happened, because she was like, "Well, I haven't talked to my sister in so long because, well, was it like they grew up and then she not? It's not that they're being sold, but they're like arranged marriages.
Hmm.
So she got sent with like whoever her sister was in love with, and then the sister got sent with like someone else, and they moved, and he
Yeah.
was abusive or some shit, and then she's all jealous of the sister, like, "Oh, you did this." I was like, "Dude, it's not your fault. It's not her fault. Like, I think it's your parents' fault, dude. Like, come
Yeah,
on."
there's a parent's fault, and then yeah, I think you mentioned it. I think she found out that he was abusive while investigating like the death of her family and all that. So,
Oh yeah, because one of the, because you see one of the girls,
hmm
and she's like, "Oh, it was a sister or some shit like that." But
yeah, but uh, I don't know. That was sad. It was fucked up for sure. Um, and then what were the other ones? I know there was the friend, the one that's like saves you in the beginning. Her story was pretty cool, especially when you get like take revenge on like the people who almost like I think they did basically sell her off as a slave and all that. That was really neat, and I like their friendship. Towards the end of it, it was really cool.
Oh, it's Yuna. Her
Yuna,
name's Yuna.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really like their friendship. But yeah, and then yeah, main story. Like I mentioned, I really liked that you are on Jin's side. Like he has to do whatever it takes in order to win this war and all that. But there are moments though where you are. I even had that option when he poisons everyone.
Oh, in the camp.
Yeah, at the camp and everything. I was kind of like, this is actually a cool plan. And then you see though that they're using that tactic on everyone else, and you're just like, oh shoot, okay. I get, yeah, I didn't see that coming. Cool. And then you get the option. They tell you like, oh, it's like, it's something like, does he regret that action? And you get the option of like, no, it's like, I'll do it again. But then it's also like, I should have thought of something else or something like that. And I chose to should have thought of something else. And he said, it's like, I was too quick to try to get this done and I messed up. And I would definitely just choose that again in a heartbeat for that game. Cause yeah, it was too quick of a decision to make. And who knows? And at the very least, you should have like seen, okay, there's set up a bunch of bombs. It's just going to be a massacre. I'll go back, tell my uncle. It's like, hey, you can't go through there. Like, it's just going to be a slaughter. So we'll see what we can do.
No, because then if he would have done that, the uncle would have just been like, Jin, that is not the honorable way. We need to face our opponents face to face.
I mean, maybe. I think he
no,
would.
That's how it would have been because he's very honorable. That's why he got me more and more annoyed because like honestly, if it wasn't for Jin, right? Let's say if it wasn't for Jin, the Mongols would have won.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I do believe that. Yeah.
Jin rescued his uncle. His uncle was held captive. And he, like I said, he did what he has to do. Like, yeah, it's not the honorable way of the samurai, but he learned things from like different people to like take, to get the advantage over the Mongols. And it's not just like, okay, we all need to do this. Like, no, dude, like he's doing this shit by himself, taking outpost over outpost over outpost, right? And so when his uncle found out, like, oh, you're like sneakily killing them, that's not the honorable way. And I remember like there was like a cutscene like, you need to stop this right now and go back to your honorable way. We need to face these enemies, head to head, like face to face. But I mean, dude, like the Mongols are fucking playing that game. Like, no, like they're gonna fucking if Jin didn't do what he had to do, like, yeah, like I said, like, they would have all been fucking dead.
No, yeah.
And that's how it was like, I'm just skipping real forward. Like when he pretty much just strips him of his like samurai honorable things, puts him in prison. I was so fucking mad. I was like, dude, you're not gonna win if you go up to like the castle. Hey, we're here to fight you. Like, no, that's not how it's gonna work. Like, you're gonna die.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, dude, like it's so stupid. And I was so mad at him. And I was like, fuck this. And I just keep sneak killing people.
Yeah, for sure.
Smoke bomb. I love the smoke bomb. The smoke bomb was awesome.
I can never get it right. I just I just run away if I'm
if I saw like a group of like 3 or 4, the smoke bombs, the stealth go. I was like, let's go, and then run away because you have like if you upgrade it to the full thing, it's like you have like I think like 10-15 seconds to like where you're undetected. So I would just like climb a rooftop or something. But it was awesome, dude. Yeah, but yeah, he pissed me the fuck off with that. I was like, fuck honor.
Yeah, and no, yeah, I couldn't get the smoke bomb right. I did use the crackers, or not the crackers, firecrackers.
The firecrackers, yeah.
Yeah, a lot, and then I upgraded to like getting 3 stealth kills like at the same time and all that.
Oh yeah,
dude, those are sick. I always want to get those whenever I can. But yeah, those are cool. But I also liked in the end, when he was like, yes, you saved people's lives, like you stopped the Mongols, but you also taught them to like disobey their leaders, meaning like to like in the end when push comes to shove, like they people are gonna decide to just do their own thing and ignore like the leaders and all that, which they can't have. And again, it's like, oh, you're kind of right. Yes, true. But come on, man, you would have, yeah, you would have gotten them killed. Come on.
Yeah.
So it's a really tough thing. Before we get to like the very very end of it, one thing, the costumes. Did you collect like all of them, or did you manage? I
Oh
haven't,
no, yeah, I did everything. Yeah.
dude. I really wanted to get everything just because they look so cool, and I loved. In the end, I just chose the ghost outfit
Hmm.
to pick towards the end. I was really liking. I think it was like a hero costume one. I can't remember what it was, and I whenever I could. Did you dye them? Not just different colors, but in black and
Yeah.
white.
Hmm.
Yeah, I did those too for sure. I love dyeing them black, all of them, especially like when you're doing on stealth position and everything. And the mask that you can put on, I just kept those on the whole time, even on cutscenes. Um, and to me, it just works so well because the animation can only go so far. Like it's not, especially with this one, they're not fully expressive. So you just put on the mask and you just let the voice acting do the work and all that, and it works so well. So I'm very curious. I'm gonna feel that way for Ghost of Yote. I'm sure maybe because I mean you can see the difference with God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok, where the expressions are really really good.
No, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
So
and with the armors, like I was going back and forth between three of them.
mhm.
Um, One of them would be what was it, the Traveler's one, I think it was called. Yeah, the
uh
Traveler's attire. I would use it most of the time when I'm like just going places to places because it would
expands more of the map.
not more of the map, but at the same time, it also I think it kind of like gives you more of a range for like let's say if there's like a bird or something,
Hmm.
you can follow it further. Um, I would go with that one, and I think the other one was the Ghost armor.
Hmm.
No, I forgot which one, but there was like three of them. But one of them would give me more attack bonuses, and then the other one would give me more health, and I kind of use those for like boss fights.
Hmm.
So every time I was fighting like one of one of the main leaders or something, I'll just switch it over because yeah, fuck, I was gonna get destroyed. I
Hmm.
wasn't like the other one. I think like the ghost one gave you like a higher parry, a higher parry time frame, and I think if you parry, it kind of lowers their, you know, like they have like that stamina bar at the top.
Hmm.
It would
Yeah,
like lower it too. So I was like, okay, that's even better.
and I think
So
it
I would
give
just go back
you
and forth. Yeah.
Yeah, and it gave you more chance to like have them be scared of you, so they'll run
Hmm.
away and everything. That was
Oh
really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I really liked his dad's armor, where you get the fourth like kill on what's it called, the stances. No, no, not stances. When you're like going one on one with someone, uh,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
standoffs.
Yeah,
That's
dude, the standards are awesome,
dude.
man.
Oh my gosh, and yeah, I like that you get that extra standoff. It's really cool for that. But ultimately I took it off because I just like the ghost armor better. I really wish I would have used more of I can't remember what it was called, but it was basically like you get more upgrades with the arrows. Like more like faster reloads, I guess you could
Oh yeah,
say, and all
yeah,
that,
yeah.
or and everything. I
And
think
you know what's awesome, dude? Like some of those like armors, like some of those bows, like the missions that you go through it. It's like the one for the bow. It's like you if you did a side mission, you would be followed, or like you would like, oh, I have to go over here to go get the legendary bow, right?
mm-hmm,
And it's like, but the whole time it's like some guys like stop, like you're about to get it, and then some guys like shooting arrows, like stop it, like it only brings like death around you or something like that. And like a bunch of crows come out, and it's like what the
mm-hmm.
fuck. Shit was awesome, dude. I don't know, it's
No,
so
yeah,
cool. It's so
that was really
cool.
cool. I like the legend story stuff, especially when they tell it. It's really really cool, especially when you learn the like the fire sword, whatever thing it was. That was really cool. I
Oh
liked
yeah, that was
how you had to
awesome.
get up to the mountain and everything. It was cool. I think that one was like for sure the hardest boss fight for me because I mean it's fire. Of course you're gonna take a whole bunch of damage and all that. It was really cool. Uh, but yeah, the costumes were absolutely great. Like, oh my gosh, dude, I really can't wait for Ghost of Yote now because like, what the heck are they gonna add? What's gonna be cool and all that? So I don't know. Um, I think my least favorite costume might have been like the Ronin one. Uh, it was fine. Uh,
It was fine.
yeah, I did upgrade them still, like most of them to like the highest I could, and it was really cool. But ultimately the ghost armor, I just like the cape.
The cape,
Yeah,
you're
it was so
dumb.
cool. It just he looked like a hero and all that. It was cool. Um, but yeah, and then towards the final boss, I liked the final boss. I really wish they would have added more weapons to him because you just fight him with a spear, and then he just gets a sword and shield in the end. I really wish you would have like maybe started off with him with like a big shield, because then you have more of a reason to use the that one stance for big guys and everything.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I didn't test it out and I didn't realize it till afterwards, but I don't know if you can use that stance against him even if he's using the spear because he is a big guy, so it would kind of work. I don't know. I'll replay this one day and I'll try it out, but I'm curious about that. But if it started off with him with the shield and like a spear or something, that would have been cool. You would have had with that stance, and then once he gets annoyed, just throw it away, and then just the spear. And then after that, obviously sword and shield, then just the sword, and then just so we have like more of a reason to use all of them because you really only use two stances against them. So that would have been that's just my little nitpick on the final boss. But other than that, though, it was still really cool. It was definitely a tough opponent, and I just kind of like where and you find out on one spot and then you have to like go up against an army to get to him and everything. It was really cool. So I liked it.
Before we there's one character,
Mhm.
and I was so excited for him. It was oh my gosh, I just had him pulled up too. What's his name? Ryuzo, the one from the Straw Hats.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was so excited because I was playing the game and I was like, oh shit, the Straw Hats. And I mean, to me, it was like, oh shit, like One Piece because that's like the Straw Hats pirates and all that. And I
Mhm.
showed Susan, like, look, I have a straw hat, and like it's from like the Straw Hats, and she's like, okay, cool. And it's like we get to the first castle, and I was like, awesome. We keep going, and it's like that's when you technically do like your first like boss fight,
Mhm.
like with the stances and all that. Like in the oh, dude, it was so beautiful. It's like you go in there, it's like you're in a pond with him. There's some
Mhm.
like little what are they called, like those petals in the water, and I was like, man, fuck you, dude. Like what the hell? Like
Yeah.
we're homies, like we're best friends or some shit like
Mhm.
that. And I remember I beat him and I texted my group chat with my brother and my friend, and I was like, just beat the first one. Fuck them.
Yeah. uh, but yeah, the bosses were great, especially when you fight those other Ronins. That were like scattered out in the island. Those were really cool, especially like the places that they were at. It was again, we could say this like a billion times, like beautiful game and beautiful sceneries on certain boss fights. Um, I don't think gameplay wise, I can't think of anything else. But I'm curious. In the end, you get the choice of killing your uncle or sparing him. What'd you choose?
Okay, that's what I wanted to get into. So I thought they were gonna have the same outcome. So I spared him because I was like, I mean, I can't kill him, right? So I spared him, and I was like, okay, cool, And I was like, well, good game, good ending. And then I was talking to my friend, and he asked me, he's like, "What'd you pick?" I was, "No, I spared him." And he's like, "Why, dude? He's an asshole. Like, what do you mean, why?" And I was like, "Well, because I'm assuming it's the same ending." No, it's not. I was like, "Oh crap!" I was like, "Man, yeah, fuck that guy." So I was like, "Yeah, I'll finish it later." But I never looked up what happens after, like, if you kill him or not. But I did spare him.
Okay, I spared him too.
Yeah.
I really liked it. When he put on the mask and everything.
Hmm.
It's like, yeah, I'm not part of your family. I'm the ghost. And
I know he just walks away all cool.
yeah.
Explosion in the background, and then what is it called, like the what's it called, like the Minutes to Midnight by Linkin Park comes on, and then boom, directed by Michael Bay.
Yeah.
How stupid.
I I love those memes, dude. They're so good. It works too. When they edit it right, it really works. I'm actually looking at the alternate ending right now
Oh, are you?
when you kill him. I mean, it's pretty neat, but I mean, yeah, it kind of leads to the same outcome. You just end up in that cabin in the end, but you end up killing him. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And I like it when you end up in the cabin, and it's just like the things that you went through are all there. The brother, Yuna's brother. Damn, that was, oh my gosh, when your horse died, dude, I got so sad. I was like, no, wait, we get
Dude, I yelled at my friend because he didn't. I'm glad he didn't tell me about it, but I yelled at him because something similar happens to like a different game, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Like, I had to go through this twice now, like twice." And he's like, "I didn't want to tell you, but yeah, it sucks ass." And I was like, "Fuck,
dude."
I was like, "Damn it!"
When that first arrow shot at him, I was just like, no, just freaking out. And then you see him, he buried, and he actually like can fast travel to the location to where you buried him. And I was like, dang. And then I got confused for a second because you know how you can get different saddles for him and all that. And at some point, after you lose your horse, you can't do that. And I'm like, oh
that on.
no.
Yeah. I was so mad about that.
But then you get a horse again, and I'm like, oh, okay, good. We're good.
I don't care, dude. I don't care.
Yeah.
I named my horse.
Yeah. But no, that was good though. That was I love that they added that. Now, did you finish the DLC?
Yeah.
I have not
I had to
finished
finish
it.
the DLC. I had to finish the DLC to go back to the main story.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I got stuck on the DLC. But yeah, the DLC is pretty cool. You should play it. It kind of gives you more like of an insight with his dad. So you go to like a different island. That's essentially where like I'm not gonna spoil anything, but essentially that's where his dad and you were. Like his portion of like the army, like they kind of kept like tabs on that island. And then you kind of like get like different part. If you travel the island, it's like a smaller island, but it's still pretty big. You get like little different missions where you get like memories of like when you're a kid and like you talk to your dad and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. But like I said, I don't know if I mentioned it before here in the podcast, but I didn't know it was part of the DLC. So I was like telling my friend, I was like, dude, like, yeah, it's fucking hard. Like, I got to this island. He's like, I think that's the DLC, dude. I was like, no, like, I don't know, like, and I looked it up. Fuck, it is the DLC, and I couldn't go back.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, doesn't even tell you too. That was one thing I remember.
It's because it tells you. It's because like when you go there, it tells you, well, you can't go back until you finish this, like finish it, right? And to me, I was like, oh yeah, I'll finish this mission. Yeah, it'll take like what, like a few, like maybe like an hour or two or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, god damn.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was stuck on that island. So.
And it just comes at you out of nowhere. Like literally, you just like show up to that place, and it's just like, you gotta attack these dudes. It was a pretty cool fight. But yeah, I'm not done with it.
Yeah, don't talk to her. You can talk to her now.
Yeah. But when you get to the island, I was really surprised. I'm just still in the beginnings of it, but I already died once within the game, and then you get captured, and I'm just like, wait a minute, how far can you go without dying and like not get this cutscene?
I was thinking the same thing because like I went up there too, and I was like, you get captured, and I was like, oh crap, I'm dead, and I was like, oh, it's part of the main story, and I was like thinking too, I was like, can I explore the whole island before coming here? But I never got to it, so I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was really sad about that. I'm like, dang, that would have been cool if like you could have just gone here without dying. I'm pretty confident I could do it.
I feel like it tricks you because you're looking for the horse, and then you find the horse, and like, oh yeah, just go up here, and like you get like that charge, like like the charge attack with the horse. I think right there and then. And I was like, yeah, I got it. And I was like, oh, fuck, no, I don't.
Yeah. And especially with, like, those dudes singing in the background and everything, powering everyone up. It's like, oh,
fuck them, dude. I fucking hate them, dude. The stupid shamans, whatever they're called.
I want to try to beat them without killing the shamans and all that, but they made it kind of impossible.
Good luck with that, because they attack and attack and attack and attack. I tried.
Yeah.
I probably got, like, one. out of 4, and that was it. I was like, nope, they're first. They're going
Mm-hmm.
first. So
But yeah, that's I'm curious about it. I don't know if I'll keep going with the DLC. I want to get started on Plucky Squire, but yeah, it's a great game. Holy shit. I can't wait to replay it. I'm definitely gonna replay it at some point. Or like record myself playing it, so we'll see.
yeah, it's really good, honestly.
Mhm.
And it's like we didn't even like touch base on the game.
Yeah. But yeah, anything else? Did we miss anything news worthy or?
I'm actually looking at the Ghost of Tsushima wiki,
Hmm.
and I'm actually looking at the advertisement right now that I see, and it's Indiana Jones in this Great Circle.
Hmm.
Dude, it comes out on Monday.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I thought it was gonna come out next year.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
That's cool. I mean, we'll see. I mean, yeah, Blick Square for me. So I gotta focus on that, and then I really gotta get Legend of Zelda at some point. So
Zelda? Oh, the
Echoes of Wisdom.
I need to play it too. Yeah, I bought it for
Yeah.
Susan. I just haven't played it.
Oh, you got it. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's that one. There's Astrobot. There's Black Myth Wukong. I keep going to Walmart trying to find it, but it's like I feel like they just keep selling out or something. I don't know. So we'll see. But yeah. Well, I don't have anything else to say. We'll see what we'll talk about next time. We're not playing the same game, so.
I know.
But I mean, I'm sure there's gonna be a lot of news to talk about, so we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.